Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. Once again, I am a little tired when doing this video. Yesterday there was a party at the place I live, so I was there with a lot of my neighbors. So pretty tired today. I should really just be renaming this series to Hang Out with Hangovers instead, because that's really been going on for the last couple of weeks. But that's also explained why there was no live stream last week, because I've been very busy, not only in the weekends, but also in the weekdays and the afternoons and the evenings. And next week is not going to be any difference. I have pretty much every single day booked with all kinds of different stuff that I need to do. So I'm still trying to get videos ready so I can have them pre-uploaded, so I can just put them online and put them public. At my usual time slots on Wednesday and Saturdays. But again, I have one ready right now, so I just need one more, and we might be able to find some time during the week to make that before Saturday. Hope so, at least. And that also explains to those of you on Discord why I haven't been that much online on Discord, because, well, the time that I did have, I would often spend making the videos ready so I could keep up with my normal schedule. Now, it looks like after this week it's going to clear up a bit again, and so hopefully I'll get a little bit more time. But again, we'll have to wait and see. But again, we're talking about live streams, because next weekend is it's going to be a busy weekend for me. I'm not going to be home on Saturday nor Friday, so I will try to get the live stream on Sunday. Not sure if I'm gonna make it, or if it can be done, but if it can, I'll get the live stream on Sunday. So again, next weekend is gonna be a little different than usual. Yeah, but anyway, let's get into Elite Dangerous, because we actually had a rather interesting post by Frontier. There's of course been a lot of rumors and speculations about when the 2.4 update, and I actually talked about it in my last episode of Hello Dave, and turned out I was completely wrong. I thought we would get this get this update in the week that just passed, or next week. Now that doesn't seem to be the case, because they said that they are going to give us more info on the update and when it's going to come. They actually said it's going to give us a specific date, an actual date. We're going to get a launch date this time. And they're going to give us in a live stream on the 14th of September at 7 p.m. BST. So tune in to their, I don't know if they're doing a Twitch, YouTube, maybe both. You need to tune into that live stream if you want that information about the launch day. I've also probably going to mention it in the next episode of Hello Dave, because, well, we know now that, of course, we're not going to get it before the 14th, because they're going to announce the day on that day. And I highly doubt they're going to do it on the 15th, because it's a Friday, and you would often want a work day, after a release in case something goes wrong and you need to do a emergency rollback or something like that. Now, I've never really heard of that happening, and Frontier's been pretty consistent when they do these launches, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. But again, often most game developers like to have at least one workday after a release like that. So that's why I don't think you're going to do it on Friday. So that puts us in the week after this week, so from the 18th and all the way to the 13th, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get it in September. I hope, at least, unless there's been some something unforeseen that has postponed the release day, because I think they said I at least heard somewhere that they're going to launch it in September. But again, back to the live stream that they're doing. They are bringing on one of their people from the lore development, or lore developers, so the guys in charge of the history, what's going on in the game in the future and in the present, of course. And he's going to give us an history lesson, a quick update on all the current events, so everybody is completely up to date with the story and what's going on in the game, so we know what we can expect when 2.4 hits. And maybe we're going to get a little bit more information about what's actually going to be included of all the stuff that they did not include in the beta, because of course there's been a lot. So that's going to be an interesting live stream, and if you cannot tune in yourself on that time, I might not be able to. I'll have to look at that, but I'll definitely watch it back later then, just to get that information myself. Okay, but I think that's pretty much it. Right now we're just sitting waiting for 2.4 really. That's the main thing that's going on, at least on my part. Yeah, so another thing, someone actually asked me what if I looked at latest Fractured Space update, and some of you might have noticed that there has been a noticeable absence of Fractured Space content on the channel lately. And there are one main reason for that. I simply just lost interest in the game. It got to a point where I felt like, oh, I have to do a Fractured Space video. So what I was, it got to that point where I would only open up the game when I needed videos for a Fractured Space video. I wouldn't play the game just because I wanted to. So that's why I decided just to take a break from the game and not cover it for a period. Now, I try to keep a little bit up to date with what's going on in the game, and it seems like the developers are reaching a point now where they are happy with the game, so they feel like they could begin to promote the game even more, because I think they realize that the main issue with the game right now is the lack of players. Now, if players begin to leave, that's of course a huge issue, but I think they're going to go a lot more into promotion of the game. Try to get some more players in, so that's good to see. But there are also other reasons why I do not do Fractured Space at the moment, and that's due to the both due to my the schedule that I release videos with. I mean, I release 2 videos every week, Wednesday and Saturday, and then of course Hello Days on Monday, but that's not really a gaming video, it's more like a vlog thing, as you can see. Now, lately I recently started that Worth a Visit series. I have 2 videos up in that series right now, where I run around Elite and visit interesting, fun places, and I really enjoy doing that, especially those montages, which I think is something I'm going to try and keep in every video. I really enjoy doing those. It's quite fun to do, especially taking the shots, figuring out how do I get the camera to move how I want it, and there's a lot of tips and tricks for how you can actually make some of these shots. And I have a video up on how to set up the cameras, but I could do something later on with some of the little bit more advanced stuff that you can do to get those pretty sweeping shots that I really like to do and often use in the montages and those Worth a Visits. And there's definitely going to be much more. People have been very good at coming with suggestions for locations, so I have several locations that I want to go and look at. So I'm not going to run out of stuff anytime soon, but if you have any place that you feel like could work in a Worth a Visit, something you find is interesting, well, let me know. Either, well, comment section, send a message to me directly, Discord, mail, carrier pigeon, whatever you feel like. But that's one series that I have going. And then I just started the Lone Echo to the playthrough of that. It's going to be like a Let's Play series where we're just going to play through the whole game. And it's nice to finally have a VR game. I've really been missing a VR game on the channel. But that, of course, is also going to be another series that's going to be like a series of videos. And I'm trying to move back to having more series and a little bit less of individual videos, which I had a lot of. But previously, I would have a lot of series, like videos that were connected to the previous, where you would have to come back and get the sequel. But then I kind of moved over to having a lot of individual videos, which works well as well. But again, it's a balance, because I mean, there are basically, if you really want to narrow it down, there are 2 types of videos on, and that's the same for every single YouTube channel. There are the types of videos that are focused towards the community that you already have. And then there's videos that are designed to pull in new people, to grow the community. Oh, sorry, bumped the microphone there. And often individual videos will be better for pulling in more people to grow the channel, to get new people in. Whereas I feel like a series is more working towards it's more meant for the people who are already here or who are returning viewers, because they will of course come back to get the next episode in whatever series. And I feel like I want to do that a little bit more, because I've really been slacking off at that point. That's why I have both Worth a Visit. That's kind of a hybrid, because it works well for both pulling in new people, but also to to kind of give the people something to look forward to for the next video, and especially if you're going to visit a location that they suggested. But Lone Echo is a prime example of something that fits. I mean, we're gonna go through a storyline, and that of course means that you will probably want to watch it all the way from the start. And I actually also have another series starting next week, no, this week actually, on Wednesday. But that's again going to be one of those hybrid things where you're going to see it on Wednesday, so we're not going to go into too much detail. Don't want to spoil it right now, what it is. But it's going to be a video out on Wednesday, already rendered and uploaded. And you can go and you can watch that. But that's also going to be one of those hybrid things that both could work well for pulling people in, but this also could be something for returning viewers. But again, I'm just trying different things. I mean, the channel is luckily still at a point where it haven't reached the size where people really expect one thing, because often if you get into a niche just doing a specific thing, people expect having a lot of individual how-to videos, for instance. And if you then suddenly branch out and begin to do Let's Play videos, some people will not approve of that. And so I try to still keep it dynamic, try a little bit of both to make it a little bit more, other than, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm trying to make the channel a little bit more diverse than just having one type of video and just redoing that over and over and over again. And of course, I take feedback back from you guys, see what you guys like, and then I see what kind of videos I like to do and what you like to watch, and then I find whatever that overlaps. Guess that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, but that's been enough rambling about video series. But I was getting sidetracked here. That was by getting back to Fractured Space, and why there's not been that much Fractured Space on the channel lately is because I have a lot of these series now going on, and if I have 2 videos a week, and I have 3 active series, if I don't want there to be 2 or 3 weeks between each episode in the series, I still need to have some room for individual videos, because I will still make videos that are like standalone, that doesn't need a context from a previous or for the next video. And if I need room for 3 series and a little bit of room for individual videos, and I still want to have the series coming out with no more than 2 weeks intervals, that means I pretty much reached the cap. I mean, I have, in those 2 weeks, I can launch 4 videos if I keep to my usual schedule. And then I would, of course, have the 3 series plus plus individual video. So that's why Fractured Space might not be a thing that's going to be returning in the near future, but I'm not saying I'm not going to go back to it, because I know they're doing a lot of interesting stuff. They're adding new ships, so I might go back to the game, have a look at it later on. So if you're here for Fractured Space, I mean, rest assured the game will most likely be back on the channel again. But for now, I'm just laying low on that side, trying to focus on Elite and Lone Echo, which I really enjoy, by the way. Okay, that was a lot of rambling. There's one other thing that I've been meaning to share with you guys for a very, very long time, almost since the channel was relaunched, because if you go back and watch way early, you would notice that I launched something like, I think 10, 13 videos, and then I didn't launch something for half a year. And that was because when I finished, this is going to be a long explanation again, sorry. Okay, when I finished my college or university, I of course had a period where I was looking for a job, and I got very bored, so I made a YouTube channel called Down to Earth Astronomy. So I began making videos, and then I got a job and suddenly got very busy. And then I stopped uploading videos, and that could very well have been the end of Down to Earth Astronomy. But then, I think about half a year later, I decided to relaunch the channel, because now I got a little bit of spare time, so I thought, and I kind of enjoyed making these videos, as you can probably see. So that's when I decided to relaunch the channel and get things rolling again. And I've been doing that ever since. So if you go way back, you can actually see some of those very first videos, and when I stopped, and then when I relaunched the channel again. So I would often, when I look at how old the channel is, I would often go from that relaunch day, because to be honest, I mean, before that half-year break, at the point when I relaunched, I think I had those 10, 13 videos up and like maybe 30 subscribers or something like that. So the channel was like very, very small at that point. It's grown a lot since then. But there was something that I meant to show, I want to share with you guys, because after I relaunched, at least some time after I relaunched the channel again, I went to a homepage called Fiverr, which I would assume some of you know of. Basically a homepage where creators of can put out their products as a service. So for instance, if you're very good at making animated intros, you could put up a profile on Fiverr saying, I would make an animated intro with your logo and your text of your choice for, well, $5, $10, something not too expensive, and they would do that. And I did that. That's how I got the intro. I got that from Fiverr. But the package I got actually included, I think, 10 intros. Let me have a look. I can't remember how many there was. There was quite a few, actually. Yeah, 10 different intros. And I just selected the one I liked the most. But ever since I got that, I always thought it could actually be fun trying to show those to people so they could see them. So I thought I would do that now. I'll put up all the intros, one at a time, in order, from 1 to 10. And let me know what you think of them. And let me know if you think I made the right choice. I've been thinking of using different intros for different types of videos. So for instance, if I did an Elite Dangerous video, or if I did a Worth a Visit, would have its own intro, something like that. I don't know. But again, I just wanted to share them so you guys could see them as well. So put those on now, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a like, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.